Pirates are back in the Berg, and tonight they open up the homestand with a 3-game series against the Colorado Rockies. And the Pirates hoping to hoist the cone many times here in this week-long homestand. And the Pirates tonight are going to go behind Paul Skeens. He'll get the start for the Buccos here in Pittsburgh. And we welcome you into the booth. Joe Block and John Wayner with you, and Hannah Mears down on the field. And that last time around for Paul Skeens, Rock, how about that? All you need is one run for Paul Skeens, and he's going to win you the ball game.
It's pretty remarkable. We keep talking about Paul Skeens, and he just keeps getting better and better, and this was his best start of the year, I believe. I mean, he came out and attacked the Diamondbacks, and the Diamondbacks were aggressive. They wanted to go out there and try to get to him early, and they couldn't hit him. He had everything working, as he always does, adds, subtracts, locates, and just dominated. And what I think was most impressive was how efficient he was. Just 97 pitches in 8 innings, just 12 an inning, and by far the most efficient he's been this year.
He was fantastic that last time around, and we'll take a look at our Penn West University stat of the day, and he's in the strike zone a lot too.
Yeah, and as soon as you think there's nothing left to talk about with Paul Skeens, you see this: 97 consecutive batters without walking anybody, opponents hitting under 160, and really good here at PNC Park.
Yeah, and Skeens tonight against a Rockies team that has not pitched very well so far this year. The Pirates are going to get some reinforcements in their bullpen today. Brandon Boudoir, who was in spring training, looked pretty good for the Bucks. He'll be the first Australian-born player to ever pitch for the Pirates.
Yeah, it was nice to watch him in spring training because we knew what he did last year. You look what he did in the minors last year: 61 innings, a .74 ERA, more than a strikeout per inning. Pretty impressive stuff, and congratulations to Brandon making his big league debut.
64 batters faced without a hit. That's Skeens like. Well, now the Rockies come to town. They're going to bring some big hitters with them. Mickey Moniak, the former #1 overall pick in the purple for the Rockies, coming to town here tonight. Rockies coming to town. Pirates back in town as well, and it will be game 1 of this 3-game series coming up here tonight from PNC Park. Colorado near the bottom of the standings in the National League, but they have one of the best hitters, Mickey Moniak, the former #1 overall pick of the Phillies years back. He has been outstanding in a Colorado uniform.
Yeah, you know, didn't really get off to a great start with Philly, but since coming to Denver, who doesn't love hitting out in Denver, Colorado, with the high altitude, the big outfield, and boy, he has been mashing the ball out there in Denver. The home runs, the slug, the batting average, all way up compared to what he did before arriving.
Yeah, more so at home than on the road, but overall pretty good. And the Rockies, as we always talk about, yes, they hit well at Coors, they don't pitch well there, and on the road it's the opposite, but not as maybe as split as some years.
Yeah, maybe the humidor. You know, I think now that they put the humidifier in there with the baseballs, or the baseballs in the humidifier, the ball doesn't travel quite as long, but still a great place to hit, of course. And yeah, since that field is open, since Denver had a franchise, the splits have been pretty significant.
So the Rockies in town tonight, and it's never any fun facing Paul Skeens.
You can run on for a long time, run on for a long time. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Go tell that long-tongued liar. Go and tell that midnight rider. Tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter. Tell him that God's gonna cut you down. Tell him that God's gonna cut you down. Tell him that God's gonna cut you down.
Baseball on SNP is presented by Highmark, the official health plan of the Pirates. Because life, Highmark Cross Blue Shield. By Cohen Markets. Learn how to save 20 cents off per gallon every time you visit. By your Western PA Chevy dealers. Chevrolet, the best-selling brand in Pittsburgh. And by Levin Furniture and Mattress, Pittsburgh's #1 furniture and mattress store. Getting inventive with the cones that they're bringing in. Hopefully the Pirates will hoist it many times here on the homestand. A 3-3 road trip, maybe ending with disappointment and extra innings on Sunday, but Again, always tough to win on the road. The Pirates have been better than that at home.
Yeah, I mean, you take a 500 record throughout the year on the road, you know, and of course it ended in a bad way on Sunday. But you know, this team, obviously, we've talked so much about the improved offense. I go back to Arizona, where the Pirates scored 5 runs and won a series.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen very often on the road. And so that's the way, I mean, this team, I think they're due to run off a nice little streak of games. I'm not saying maybe consecutively, but maybe 8 of 9, 9 of 10, something like that. Because, you know, the way these guys pitch and the offense should be pretty good.
Yeah, behind Paul Skeens, you don't mean much. That last outing, a 1-0 win in Arizona for Skeens and company. And like you said, the Pirates scoring at will. They've averaged over 5 runs a game this season. They haven't done that in a full season since 1940.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, you could go out there, you know, score. Last year we struggled to score 4. Had that long stretch where we scored less than 4, 20 some odd games. And so yeah, you can go out there and win a series, like I said, in Arizona, scoring 5 runs, or you can go beat them 7-6.
Let's see how Skeens will fare against the Rockies tonight. They bring Edward Julian to start it off, then Moniak. An OPS over 1,000 for the season. Goodman was an all-star last year. Rumfield new to the team with Tyler Freeman in the 5 spot. Johnston, Wheelie Castro, Ezekiel Tovar, and then Jake McCarthy coming over from Arizona. Warren Schaefer, the manager of the Rockies, Greensburg Central Catholic, grew up in Vandergrift, and last year was the interim manager. In fact, 1 year ago today, they fired Bud Black and named him the interim manager. He's now the full-time skipper of the Rockies.
Car shield numbers for Paul Skeens. It's amazing. It didn't take him long to get that ERA down after that first start where he gave up 5 in less than an inning. 236, the 46 punch outs. Opponents hitting just 156.
And that's the lowest by a starting pitcher since at least 1950. We told you in the open. The Skeens really tough to hit, and when it is in play, the Levin Furniture and Mattress, it's Reynolds, Cruz, and O'Hearn left to right of the outfield. Gonzalez and Griffin on the left side, Lau and Horwitz on the right side. Henry Davis again linking up with Skeens.
You know, I just think of Paul Skeens, and I guess I think more of this. I don't talk about it a lot, but you're always thinking like Paul Skeens, this no-hit stuff. Perfect game stuff sometimes, and you know, is he ever going to get there? You know, he has yet to get a complete game and a win. He had a complete game and a loss on the road where he only won 8. The way he threw it last time, that's how you're going to have to do it. You know, you're going to have to be very efficient. You know, you just don't see guys throwing 120 plus pitches. So you know, go 12 pitches an inning. I love the way he attacked. He was in the zone, making them put it in play, and still able to register 7 punch outs.
Yeah, he said it's the 8th start of the year. He knew we were going to win. They went with Soto to save it. Skeens saying the goal is to pitch deep in October this year. So a complete game a lot less important than all that other stuff at that time. But we'll see that later on in the year. If they need him to go 9, he'll go 9. Edward Julian, the former Twin, down 2 quick ones. What a treat just to be able to watch him in the black and gold.
Yeah, Julian probably woke up today and knew he was in the starting lineup, batting lead off, facing Paul Skeens. I'm going to get a first pitch fastball. I'm going to jump on it. He got it and couldn't hit it. No, has to try to get aboard, being behind in the count, which is very difficult to do against a guy like Paul Skeens.
This team, the Rockies, they love to swing first pitch, and they've been successful at it. But this is a different guy that they're facing. The reigning Cy Young Award winner.
Yep, it's something else. And you know, with the handful of pitches that Paul Skeens throws, and he likes to throw them all in different counts, different locations. You know, we'll often see him throw a 2-0 splinker or 2-0 sweeper. They're hitting 111 against his fastball. Which is crazy to think about.
Bad hitting pitcher. Another foul ball.
Which, you know, as far as all the pitches he throws, that's by far the lowest, you know, batting average against his 4-seam fastball.
2-2 to the leadoff man. Strikes him out with a changeup. Strikeout number 1.
And so he goes with the changeup off the plate away, gets the chase.
Maybe thinking it was going to be a sweeper or something. I don't know.
No, I mean, you're thinking it's a fastball, and you're trying to gear up for that heat, and he's obviously was way late, found the ball over the Pirates dugout. You start to swing early. You start to swing early, you can't stop. Ball's not there.
Here's the aforementioned Mickey Moniak and his Xfinity batting stats. 300 batting average, OPS over 1,000, leads the league in slugging percentage. Let's check in with Hannah tonight.
Joe, you guys are talking a lot about Paul's repertoire. When you look back at his last start and what he was able to do, he said he felt like at some point each pitch was working, but not all at the same time. There was moments he had to alternate between that changeup and splinker. When losing feel for one, he'd get the other. Henry Davis said that the fastball command as well, it was up there for sure in terms of the best it's looked all year. In both of those near perfect outings as well, if you look back at what Paul's done, he said the one thing that was similar in all of those was fastball command. And then once he was able to do that, he knows the hitters are on the defensive, and he has the advantage, Joe.
And he has struck out the first 2 Rockies here tonight. Every pitcher needs fastball command, but he might be the one guy that could survive without it.
Yeah, he doesn't really need it. And again, this fastball only 96 miles per hour. I mean, rarely do we see his velocity below 97, 98, you know, so but even at 96 they can't catch up in a lot of cases.
He's 6'6", maybe even a tick higher than that now, and releases the ball so close to home plate, so that upper 90s velocity even plays up from there. Big home run hitting catcher for the Rockies, Hunter Goodman. And that's for the season what he does. A lot of fastballs. And as a hitter, I mean, you can't guess, right? You got to be on the fastball the whole time, right?
You got to be thinking fastball, and he only throws it there between the 4-seam and the 2-seam 50% of the time. But if you're looking for something else, you got the fastball, you have no chance. You just hope. You can hope that you can adjust. Looking for the fastball, you see something else, you hope that you can lay off or adjust or keep the hands back, do something with it.
That's a mark of a great pitcher. There's no real way to solve it. There might be a night where you get to him, but there isn't a real answer.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, every pitch is so good. I don't know if you could sit on whatever. I don't think you're going to have much success.
Skeens strikes out the side. Every Rocky down on strikes in the first, and now the Bucks bats get going back home. It will be O'Neill Cruz to lead things off for the Pirates. Cruz having a great start to the season, and he will be in the leadoff role again. Lau hitting second, at second, then it's Reynolds with Brian O'Hearn cleaning up. Nick Gonzalez, one of the leading batting average men. Marcell Ozuna hitting 300 in May. Spencer Horwitz has been red hot. Connor Griffin, since he's turned 20, he's one of the leaders. And then Henry Davis doing the catching tonight for this Pirates team. We told you they're averaging more than 5 runs a game.
Michael Lorenzen making his 9th start, 10th appearance. Coors ERA 6.92, 39 innings, 26 strikeouts. He's already allowed 11 or more hits in 2 starts this year.
And 7 or more runs in 3 starts. That ball is hit very well to center. Already an extra base hit for Cruz, off to this scintillating start. That almost went through the wall.
Yep. Nobody hits it harder. I mean, it's something else. The way the ball explodes off his bat. Center fielder had a good jump. And broke back right away, did Moniak. Couldn't get there. 112 miles per hour off the bat.
Cruz with 10 homers and 15 RBIs. This is game number 40 for him tonight. He's one of 4 players to ever have done that. to start a season. First quarter point of the season. 10 homers and 15 steals. Lou Brock, Eric Davis, Jose Canseco. Only Pirate to do that in any 40-game span was Barry Bonds. So that's the kind of company that he's been in. And then you got the supporting cast. And this is why this team is scoring so many runs. Yeah. Might be the best lineup in our lifetimes.
For sure.
At least the most complete. You know what I mean?
I was looking the other day. I wanted to say I counted. Who was our RBI leader last year and with how many?
I'm going to say Reynolds
with like 70-ish.
Maybe not.
We have 7 guys that are on pace for over 75 RBIs.
Wow.
7 hitters in our lineup.
What a market difference. And there are going to be times where you don't pitch. Yeah, Reynolds had 73 last year, so now there would be seven guys with more than that.
Yeah, stay on pace. It's so you have a deeper lineup. I mean, you think of the combinations sometimes that we saw the lineup go up there. Who's batting third? Who's batting fourth? Who's batting fifth? Guys that shouldn't be batting third, fourth, and fifth a lot. We saw it the last several years.
And by your estimation, you could put any one of those 7 guys probably third, fourth, or fifth, and
yes,
you're just fine with it.
Without a doubt.
Donnie Kelly just passed his 1-year point, taking over as the manager. And Lau is going to challenge this. ABS, powered by T-Mobile. Brock Ballou, a call-up umpire for the minor leagues, working the plate tonight.
Oh my. How
close. Confirmed. Pittsburgh has 1 challenge remaining.
So a challenge lost in the first inning.
And Brandon Lau, we've seen it already this year. A guy with that kind of power. He's been a run producer. I think he's most disappointed. He's done a good job of getting guys over.
Yeah.
You could tell the effort is there every time he's up there with Cruz on second or anybody on second base and nobody out. He's just trying to move that runner up.
That might have been his first challenge too all year. Certainly hasn't done it often. So now up to Reynolds, who has played in every game this season. Game number 42 for the Pirates. Pretty much the quarter point of the season now. Really start to make some inferences on how the team has played and how individuals have performed. Cruz drawing some attention in second.
And almost threw it in the center, which we see way more often than a guy getting picked off. But they continue to try to pick runners off second.
Cruz, one of the top base stealers in baseball. Some advantage to get to third here with 1 out, but yeah, I don't know how many times you ever see a runner get picked off. I think you get picked off the third more often than second.
I would bet pickoffs to errors would have to be 25-1. Without it, I think it might be higher than that.
Yeah, it might be.
Now you could argue, oh well, that you might keep a guy from going. Maybe more so with the inside move.
And Reynolds does what he's done all year. That's work a walk. Second most walks in the National League coming into tonight. And for the Rockies defensively, McCarthy, Moniak, and Freeman left to right in the outfield. Castro, Tovar, and Julian in the middle. TJ Rumfield at first base. Hunter Goodman, all-star catcher from a year ago. Now 2 on. Pirates, of course, feature a lot of good lefty hitters. 5 in the lineup, bat left-handed tonight. Opponents are hitting .427, lefty batters, .427 off Lorenzen. But O'Hearn beats out the back end. And that'll keep the inning going.
wasn't exactly blistered, that ball, and Hearn able to beat that by a half step.
And just that half step, who knows what could happen this inning. Rocky starters have the highest ERA in baseball. Not just Lorenzen, but everybody cumulatively. See if they can get Skeens an early lead. Nick Gonzalez among the leaders with that batting average, .316.
He's been real good in these situations. And still without a homer, Nick Gonzalez, but he has been good with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, no home runs, but 18 RBIs. Hits it through that vacated right side, and he'll have another. Bucks up 1-0.
Yeah, it's just not hard. It's just not easy to drive in runs with 2 outs, and gets a fastball in on the hands. He just blocks it the other way. Just keeps those hands inside. Has a huge hole over there, and we see him do it often. He'll use the whole field. And now hitting right around 400 with runners in scoring position.
And so O'Hearn beating out the back end of that double play prolongs the inning. Gonzalez knocks in Cruz. Pirates have the lead. This is all they needed for Skeens in his last start. Now Marcell Ozuna hitting .300 since the calendar turned to May. Hit home run number 300 on the road trip. What an achievement that is. If you said that in, let's say, 1989, that someone hit 300 career home runs, that would have been a huge accomplishment.
Yeah.
I think we had an era of baseball where the home runs were a little easier to come by. These two have faced each other a lot through the years. Yeah, those are the numbers too. 6 RBIs too for Ozuna. Got a chance with 2 on and 2 out here.
Boy, 96. Lorenzen on the year has averaged just under 94 with that fastball.
We used to see him a lot with Cincinnati. As a reliever some of that time.
He's a center fielder.
That's right. Started games in center field
As
for
a
the
pinch
Reds.
hitter, as a pinch runner. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I thought they were nuts.
You did?
And then I saw him chasing down foul fly balls, and then I was like, oh, I guess they're not nuts.
I can't remember if it was here or Cincinnati. He made one really good catch against the Pirates, at least one that I can remember, that any center fielder would have been proud of.
Yeah. What a great out. I want to say he came in for defense in center field.
Yes. Yes.
I was appalled. I'm like, tell me you don't have a better center fielder than your pitcher? And then he started chasing everything down. I'm like, I'll just keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, it wasn't a gimmick. He really, truly was a above average defensive center fielder. And this is, let's say, 7 years ago or so, 7, 8 years ago with the Reds. On the ground, I'll get him out of the inning. But the Pirates pick up a first inning tally. They'll grab Paul Skeens a 1-0 lead.
Team USA jerseys. Paul Skeens is familiar with that jersey, having represented Team USA in the World Baseball Classic this past March. My favorite part about getting to go to different cities is talking to other players in the clubhouse who have had similar experiences as Paul Skeens. One of those guys was Logan Webb, a pitcher for the San Francisco Giants. Though he didn't appear that series, he did take the time to talk to me a little bit about his experience with Paul Skeens at the WBC. The two first met at the All-Star games, and then getting to spend actual time together. Logan got more in-depth insight on what it's like to really be Paul Skeens throughout the day. He said he is such a vet, obviously not in age, but the way he carries himself. He also got to see that routine firsthand and couldn't believe his workday starts the minute he gets to the field and does not stop until that game starts as well. He said he was the hardest worker he's ever been around. But Joe, my favorite story Logan told me about Paul from the WBC is Paul told him in that quarterfinals game before Canada, he said, if you don't win this game, I will never talk to you again. Because he wanted to pitch so badly in that semifinal against the DR. Logan said he really was not sure if he was actually going to talk to him again or not, but good thing he didn't have to find out.
Yeah, Skeens will rise to the occasion. That's great insight, Hannah. Logan Webb is probably the most durable pitcher going in baseball these days, and so that's high praise from Logan Webb about Paul Skeens.
Yeah, I'll tell you, he is some kind of special, and he isn't just crazy about his fitness and working out. And, I mean, it's amazing all the things he does.
Like striking out everybody.
Yes. I mean, look at the location of that pitch. I mean, there's times he'll just come right at you and say, hit it if you can. And there's other times he'll just do that. Paint it. Outside corner.
Somewhere Leo Mazzoni smiles.
Yeah. It's something else.
I'm referencing the longtime Braves pitching coach. The great Braves teams of the 90s. What did you want? Fastball down and away at the knees, right?
Yeah. Well, they were so good at just changing speed down and away. You know.
Don't you love the Pirates fans? They're booing Freeman for bunting right now in the second inning.
That's new. I've never heard that.
I love it. That's how hard it is to get on base against this guy. How about to put a ball in play?
Well, you know, I think almost every time Paul takes the mound, you're thinking, well, maybe no hit stuff. So normally you'd boo if it's in the 6th inning and they try to bunt for a hit, but not the 2nd.
Still nothing put in play against him. He struck out the first 4.
And it was collective. I mean, have you heard that before? People booing somebody trying to bunt for a hit?
Maybe not in the 2nd inning, no. Yeah, like you said, 6th, 7th, 8th, you know, if really working on something.
I thought that maybe I was missing something, because now all the fans boo when you throw over to first. You know, in every ballpark they boo. I mean, that's a newer thing. That didn't happen 10 years ago, or
Yeah.
probably not even 5 years ago. Now they boo all the time. Did I missing something? When you try to bunt for a hit, you get booed? Or is it just because Paul Skeens?
I think it's because of Skeens. And you say, well, Skeens striking out the first 4. Has he ever done that before? Oh, yeah, his first road start in his career, 2nd big league start, he struck out the first 7 Cubs, which is a Pirates record. And he's got 5 in a row. No one can touch Paul Skeens.
Yep, just again, when you're gearing up for velocity because the fastball's beating you, you start your swing early to try to catch up, and then you get fooled like that. That's the second one of those we've seen already.
Troy Johnston is one of the leading hitters in baseball in terms of batting average.
And again, we're talking 96. Look how far that ball's by him. It's not even triple digits, which we see him get to.
This is a 325 hitter. That's 5th highest in baseball. Why to go to anything else?
Because he can.
I mean, that really shows it on the AHN Supermo right there. How late he is. Thought he might have had it. Just a touch up. Take a look. Six in a row by Skeens. He strikes them all out. What a start for Skeens. And 1-0 Pirates on the UPMC scoreboard. Pirates baseball presented by UPMC, the official healthcare provider of sports coverage on SNP. So Paul Skeens has struck out all 6 Rockies he's faced. Pirates got a first inning run against Michael Lorenzen. And Horwitz extending his hitting streak. Leadoff single for Horwitz. And let's take a look at our Old Spice fresh stats and the active leaders. Most games pitched against the Pirates. We told you that Lorenzen, most of his career was a reliever. The last time he was facing the Pirates regularly. Chapman's the leader, even though he pitched for the Pirates. Connor Griffin. Boy, he's really come on, hasn't he?
He sure has. You know, it just keeps looking better and better. You know, swings. I think he's getting more comfortable. I think he's covering more of the strike zone.
They get one, and nicely turned by Tovar to get a double play. That's hard to do against Connor Griffin.
Yeah, very nicely done. I mean, Tovar, I mean, I think the throw had to be very accurate. The way he came charging across the base there, how quickly he got rid of it. You know, if this isn't a perfect flip, I don't know if he turns it, but man, on the move, he got rid of that extremely quickly.
Tovar won the Gold Glove at short a couple of years ago. So 2 outs, nobody on for Henry Davis. Pirates down a catcher today as Joey Bart landing on the injured list. And so Andy Rodriguez recalled. Bart a left foot infection, has not played since Saturday when he had 4 hits in San Francisco. So Andy the backup tonight.
Lorenzen with an assortment of pitches, a half dozen or so. 2 fastballs, 4-seam, 2-seam, throws a changeup. Says he throws a curveball and a sweeper, but you know, sometimes I think that's the same pitch.
Yeah.
A cutter, slider, especially when you see the velocities about the same. I don't like to classify that as 2 different pitches.
Might get on the side of it a little bit sometime or whatever.
Maybe, I don't know.
We'll find out.
They just like to call things different things, I think.
It's like saying you have 7 different pairs of shoes, but you just change the shoelaces.
Yeah, there were certain pitchers that, you know, they threw a slider. Sometimes they threw it harder, sometimes they threw it slower. You know, and so, but it was just called a slider. But I guess if you have a different shape, you see it being classified whatever you want it. But then back in the day, there wasn't a sweeper.
Well, yeah, there was. How did you keep your living room clean?
True. Didn't throw a sweep. Well, I guess some people may have done that too.
Yeah. Pirates lose in the 9th, and they go,
See Bowles in the clubhouse throwing a sweeper.
Yeah, that's right. Two and 2 on Henry. Going out on strikes. Pirates up 1-0. Back in May of 24, this was Skeens' first ever road start, his second big league start, and he struck out the first 7 Cubs of the ball game.
Pretty amazing. You know, it's just somehow Pete Crow Armstrong got a piece of one. Rolled it over.
His old teammate from Team USA days, youth baseball. Yeah, of course you're going to break that up.
That's so funny.
So that's where the strikeout streak ends. I mean, I've seen guys that try to break up a no-hitter, to break up just so he can put a ball in play.
Yeah, let's come on. We got to do something here. Use the defense. Looked like he was trying to drag it to the right side. You don't normally see that with a right-handed pitcher because the pitcher falls off on that side of the mound, and so they're in a position to make a play. And I think if you're really trying to bunt for a hit, make the third baseman make the play.
Skeens still doesn't need anybody else other than Davis. He could have taken that to the bag himself. First solid contact. Second quick out. For 2 outs. It's time for our Penn West University Educating You. And for Paul Skeens, joining Randy Johnson as the only 2 pitchers to strike out the first 6 batters of a game twice, at least since 1974. That's as far as they have records. So
how about that? Yep, pretty impressive. Just as impressive, 2 pitches, 2 outs. You rarely see it. And yes, throw another one right down the middle. You're definitely not going to get a 3rd swing in a row.
Well, what did you say? If Skeens wants to complete a game, he's got to be efficient. He struck out 6 already. And on 33 pitches, he's going to get through 3 perfect innings. And Paul Skeens has been masterful, nothing doing for the Rockies today.
The gambler, the backbiter, tell him that God's gonna cut you down. Tell him that God's gonna cut you down. Tell him that God's gonna cut you down.
Well, happy birthday. That's wonderful. What a battery those 2 are, Skeens and Davis. Nine up, 9 down. Well, speaking of birthdays, Guy Junker, public address announcer here and longtime sportscaster here in Pittsburgh. 70th birthday today. So happy birthday, Guy.
The pride of Brynwood Avenue.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And Dale Nadio there. That's just the robo camera. Happy birthday, Dale. And I didn't know this. It's Cliff Wincoop's birthday today, too. One of our camera operators comes with us on the road sometimes. I saw him today, and I didn't know it was his birthday. So happy birthday, Cliff.
It's unlike you to not know.
Well, no, I've wished you a birthday. What, it was a month off, wasn't it?
A month early.
Happy birthday.
That's good.
It's in a month. Well, if you just say that every day, you'll get it right once in a while. Cruz smashed a double his first time. Hold on strikes. Remember, the Pirates have already lost a challenge tonight. 1 out. And coming up this weekend, it is a rivalry weekend across baseball. And the Commonwealth Classic, Pirates and the Phillies all weekend long. 3-game set Friday, Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon. Get your tickets at pirates.com. Of course, on Saturday, it'll be for the kids, Brandon Lau jersey giveaway.
Oh. We got a reaction from the fans. Don't see that very often. A pitch going to the screen. Had the fans scattering.
Keep everybody alert.
Yeah, I don't know how many pitches Lorenzen threw in that 2nd inning, but it wasn't many.
10.
10. So I don't know if I've ever 14 pitches for 6 outs.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, top and bottom. Pretty brisk. And that was after allowing a leadoff hit on the first pitch to Horwitz. Rage falling behind Lau, 3-0. Yeah, lefty batters hitting .427 against Lorenzen. He's allowed the most hits and has the highest opposing batting average. Any qualified starter. And he's walked his 2nd tonight. And now here's a message from Echo.
It's time to go yard. Echo, power on and on.
The man on for Reynolds, who drew the other walk back at the first. He came into today just a couple behind the National League leader in walks. And so he's among The highest on base percentages in baseball, just under 400.
You know, we so often talk about the improvements of the offense and how much better this lineup is. And you have to wonder with Brian Reynolds, you know. In years past, especially the last couple years, you know, he's probably trying to get things done, so he's probably been a little more aggressive and swinging at pitches he shouldn't have to swing at. Now he knows he has so much firepower behind him that
This was called a strike. The batter's down.
he'll take his walk. He doesn't have to be the man.
That's a great point. As we look at this ABS challenge from Reynolds.
Call's confirmed. Pittsburgh is out of challenge.
The Pirates are out of challenges for the game. They exhausted both challenges in San Francisco on Saturday by the second inning. And I don't recall it really coming up the rest of the game. It can, obviously, the key situation. And playing on hop. Freeman trying to force a runner and called out. Now, Pirates can challenge this. Replays are separate. Lau feels he's out. He's already coming off the field.
Yeah, that's a, you know, you see there's Brandon Lau kind of halfway. He sees it drop. Tries to get there, but yep, that right foot, his lead foot was in the air.
Pirates are going to challenge this. Look at our AHN Supermo.
That right foot was in the air. Does it hit the base before it pops up into the air?
Call at second base.
That's the only thing I could see, because the left leg didn't get to the bag. The right leg was above the bag, but if his foot hit the bag then popped up, he'd be safe. Does his front, does that touch the bag?
Well, there's got to be something that shows that he did, because the call is out. Okay, here's going to be a.
Does his heel hit it?
Now they can link up different views, and it's all timed in unison at the replay center in New York. So they could marry, for instance, that one we just saw with another one that can show when the ball enters the interior of the glove, and then they could try to time it up that way.
If that front foot's extended and hits the bag.
After review, the call in the field is confirmed. The runner is out. Pittsburgh loses their challenge.
So the Pirates lose their ABS challenges and now their replay challenge.
Now, when you think about that, now, when he hits the bag, he didn't hit the front of the bag, and I think that might have been the difference. He hits kind of on top of the bag, and that's the difference, how close, you know, between out and safe.
And look at these synced up. Great viewpoint right here. You can see when it contacts the interior of the glove, and that's it. And I think you're right, Rock. It really is incredible in recent years that we were able to see just how close a bang bang play is.
Yeah.
So Freeman with the outfield assist. Rarely see that ball hit to right, someone forced on a base, but that's what you got to do, right? I mean, it looks like it was going to be a catchable ball.
Yeah, and he went to halfway. I mean, if you go too far and he catches it, you might get doubled off at first. But it almost looked like, too, that right foot kind of hit the dirt before it kind of kicked up, and that's why it hit the top of the base.
Truly is a game of inches.
Yep. Yeah, let's see. It looks like it hit the clay and then it pops up. See how that?
Yeah.
Yep, just popped up a bit.
And that's all it took for the Rockies. Well, the game ended on Sunday with Ryan O'Hearn in right field, and who knows what would have happened if he had thrown home instantly. Everybody assumes that run scored and the game is over. That's how O'Hearn saw it too. But what if? And you don't know. But that's how remarkable this game can be sometimes.
And I have to imagine that's the first time he's ever experienced that. You know, he hasn't played much right field before this year. So has he ever been in that position where it's bases loaded, one out, and there's a line drive or something, you know, ball hit, one hop to him, to where you even think? I mean, in baseball, if there's a base hit and there's a runner on third, game's over. You know.
Yeah. And Lorenzen comes back with a strikeout. Still the Pirates up 1-0. Big Time Bats is releasing the Paul Skeens Cy Young collection with historic deep cut bats, chrome bats, and baseballs. Go to BigTimeBats.com. 9 up, 9 down for Skeens. Ho hum. I mean, really, when excellence is the norm, we get numb to it a little bit, but it is really astounding what he does almost on a nightly basis. He struck out the first 6 tonight, and then they had to bunt just to get on base, or just to try to get on base.
Put a ball, yeah. That's how they put a ball in play for the first time.
So now the second time through the order.
You know, it'd be cool if those Paul Skeens bats were all cracked.
That's really good. He's done that a few times. Got a 2-0 splinker.
You know, we've seen some chase. You know, these guys trying to catch up with the fastball. And we mentioned earlier that, you know, the batting average against his fastball is only 111. And he throws the fastball about half the time. If you can't hit the fastball, nobody can hit the fastball. And I talk about this all the time. Hitters look for fastballs to hit. This guy, maybe you quit looking for fastballs. You can't hit it anyhow. Maybe you have a chance against the splinker or the sweeper or the change. Quit looking for the fastball.
Yeah.
It would be insane. I don't think any.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. Look at the Levin Furniture and Mattress strike zone. First 3-ball count for Skeens.
Yeah, he didn't throw this many pitches last inning.
That's right. A 4-pitch inning. It's a deep center, but it'll be Cruz. First 10 retired by Skeens. He's not going to give in and walk you. He hasn't walked a guy in 107 batters now. It's the longest streak by a Pirate in 8 years.
That's amazing. I mean, that's a lot of batters.
And the last Pirate to do it was Edgar Santana. He was a relief pitcher. As a starting pitcher, I would think that would be even harder to have a long streak like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Skeens struck out Moniak the first time around. Moniak came to the Rockies last year. He was released out of spring training by the Angels. The Rockies picked him up. He came up a little bit later, and since he's been with Colorado, 35 homers, 89 RBIs, and basically a full season's worth of at-bats. Cruz coming on. He got it.
Oh, boy. That's a good jump. You know, we've been seeing better jumps from Cruz. He got the full speed in a hurry. Made it look easy. Look how far he has to go.
He really covers a lot of ground out there.
You know, when you watch him, and everybody's talked about his speed and how fast he is. You know, as big as he is, how quickly he can get the top speed amazes me. Because I've obviously watched him steal a lot of bases. Like, he rarely gets a good jump.
Yeah.
He rarely does. I mean, he doesn't always get good jumps when he's stealing bases, but he gets the top speed so quickly, he steals bases easily.
He's done so much already. You think about all the work he put in over the winter. You think about what happened on opening day. He just helped his pitcher right there with an above average play. 11 in a row retired by Skeens to start this game. Hunter Goodman, big time power. Has hit 8 of his 10 home runs on the road this year. Can't touch this. 7 strikeouts for Skeens. No one has reached base. Welcome to the Toyota Rav 4th inning. And O'Neill Cruz making that fine play in the 4th inning. Remember what happened on opening day with Paul Skeens, of course. But if Skeens ends up getting along in this game, that's the best play made behind him so far tonight.
For sure.
And I think you're right about Cruz's defense. It has come a long way already this season. Getting better and better out there. And Tony Beasley working with the outfielders. Cruz says it's focus. I mean, but he started that over the fall and the winter, working at home and then coming into spring training, and then that lapse for 2 pitches in New York really probably overshadows a lot of that work. But he's been good.
You talk about focus too. It's being ready every pitch, anticipating every pitch being hit to you, and I think that's what we're seeing. You know, the jumps have improved, the urgency, the routes. You know, I mean, we've had some issues obviously with communication, and you know, obviously that's a thing that they'll continue to work on and hopefully get better at.
Meanwhile, the Pirates at the plate, just 3 hits so far against Lorenzen. 1 by Gonzalez. Drove in the Pirates run in the first. And again, a strikeout looking. 4th one tonight for the Pirates. And coming up this weekend, Friday night, post-game Zambelli fireworks show. The Phillies will be in town. It's a 6:40 tilt. And we want you to come on out, so enjoy it at pirates.com/fireworks. Lorenzen 5 strikeouts, 4 of them looking. And again, as you pointed out, that fastball again, 96 above his average for the season. First time pitching here in 5 years. He's pitched well in this ballpark. Lifetime 2.67 ERA for Lorenzen. But again, that was as a Red and mostly as a reliever a long time ago.
You have to wonder, you know, signing with Colorado as a pitcher, as a free agent, you know, especially a guy that's been around as long as him. You know, I mean, were there other offers?
Well, he and Jose Quintana, who's going to go tomorrow, who've both been around a long time, they both said they were eager for the challenge. I mean, that's what they said publicly.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of pitchers that have been eager for that challenge. Because it's a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about it every time we're there. Obviously, the ball carries. The outfield is huge. You know, it's I don't know if it's the biggest outfield, but definitely one of the biggest outfields, just in terms of area. And then the grass is cut like a putting green, so the ball flies through the infield.
And if you're there in the summer, that earth hardens, just bakes. Spencer Horwitz base hit his first time, now has hit in 6 in a row. He's quietly come on after maybe the first 10 days of the season was quiet with the bat. He's hit .290 over his last 31 games. And in that span, 20 walks, 11 strikeouts. Getting on base well over 400. So that's 31 games. That's more than a month of baseball. Hitting the ball hard here, but this big ballpark routine. And the Pirates go in order in the 4th.
stellar pitching here tonight all around the Pirates org as Jared Jones also threw his 3rd rehab game, this time in AA Altoona. As you can see, thanks to our Straight Talk stats, you can see just how successful that was. Just 3 hits through 4 scoreless innings in his longest rehab start to this point, 4 strikeouts to top that off. Seth Hernandez as well promoted to High A Greensboro. Seth was 3-0 with a sub-1 ERA, 35 strikeouts as well, Joe. So Jared Jones told me his response about his outing today. Bang. Seth Hernandez, maybe a boom with what he's doing booming through the organization. And then what do we say about Paul Skeens?
Yeah, there's one of those broken bats he's going to be selling, right?
There you go. Change up off the end of the bat.
Brumfield is out. Hannah, thanks for the update on some of the fine-looking pitchers the Pirates have. And, of course, Jones, Ben Cherington saying on the Pirates Insider Show that Jones still a possibility for returning when he's eligible at the end of this month. And then you think about how he could factor in. You know, the middle relief has gotten beaten up over the last couple of weeks. They were used a lot early in the season. And so somewhere in there, some combinations could really help out. Pitching has not been a sore spot, but anytime you get more pitching, that's going to definitely be welcomed. And when it's Jared Jones, even more so.
No question.
Skeens has retired 14 in a row to start the game. Brandon Boudoir is the new pitcher for the Pirates. Just called up today. When he appears, he'll be the first Australian-born player in Pirates history. Saw him in spring training this year. Had that long hitless streak in the minor leagues last year. Skeens has him all the time in the major leagues. Talk about getting ahead. Only 1 ball, 1. I mean, that's incredible. And Ashcraft did something like that the other day, but not even quite like that.
Yeah, that's impressive. Everything he does is impressive.
To get ahead 14 out of 15 first pitch strikes against the best team in baseball at hitting the first pitch. 381 is what the Rockies hit on the first pitch, best in baseball.
Yeah.
Taking away their biggest strength. And rarely behind a hitter today. It's 3-1.
Hit him.
Oh, it hit him. That's the first base runner. It comes on a hit batter. Troy Johnston hit with a pitch in the 5th inning.
Yeah, it looked like he yanked the changeup. Which I don't know if I've ever seen that from Skeens. I mean, he's always been pretty good at leaving that changeup away from the left-handed batter.
So the Rockies have their first base runner in the 5th inning on a hit by pitch. Mattered more to Max Scherzer than Paul Skeens here in the 5th inning. Willie Castro tried to bunt his way on after Skeens struck out the first 6 hitters. Randy Johnson, the only other known pitcher to have done that at least twice, striking out the first 6 hitters of a game. Skeens has done it 7 in a row once.
If you're ever going to look for something other than a fastball, it would be this pitch right here. Castro just turned around a 97-mile-per-hour fastball, yanked it foul. You know you're not getting another one when you do that. But yet he's still looking for it.
Yeah. You got to try to think along with a pitcher maybe when he's this good. Swinging bunt.
Yeah, I would be shocked if Paul Skeens, if he throws him another fastball in this at bat, it'll be more than likely a ball. Maybe get him to chase one up in the zone. But yeah, he's 100% charging fastball.
And he got a fastball.
Up for a ball.
Willie Castro signed a free agent deal with the Rockies over the winter. has got him all 6 times he's faced him. Practice that pickoff move. Hasn't had to yet. First stolen base attempt against Skeens this season, and that's why they don't do it.
So quick to the plate. Henry Davis so quick to get rid of it, and always accurate. Not even close.
The gun from Henry Davis, and the only base runner erased. Gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Pirates, the official source for your Pirates gear. Cones not included. Connor Griffin. Starting to come in that power a little bit more. Doubles, home runs.
Yeah, he's been impressive. Getting more and more comfortable.
He's been 20 for about 3 weeks, and in that time he's 6th in the National League in OPS. I mean, remember we were talking in spring training, we said, you know, if he's hitting, you know, 1 something, but he's playing a good shortstop, you know, by the end of May or so, that's okay, you know. It's okay. You know, he'll adjust eventually, you know. He's too good not to. No, he's hitting 256. He's driven in 19 runs, and remember he was in the minors the first week of the season.
Yeah, I mean, he's 5th on the team in RBIs, hitting 8th most of the time. Doesn't see that. I'm sure he hasn't seen that a whole bunch. A right on right changeup.
Probably hadn't faced too many 34-year-olds. He was in high school 2 years ago. Busted the bat. And Henry Davis is coming up, and good time to take a look at our Allstate good hands replay.
I love how he gets into a position to throw before the ball gets to him. You know, he hears the runners going. Watch how he gets turned. He gets that front shoulder pointed towards his target. That way he can get rid of it a lot quicker. You know, just gets it to Connor in a hurry. Connor just sitting there waiting for the runner to get there. And you can't blame the Rockies for trying something. I mean,
how many base runners are they going to get against?
That was their only base runner. There's 2 outs, and you know, yeah, they got to try something to score off of Paul Skeens. You never know. You might get a bobble from the catcher, a bad throw.
And their pitcher's holding them down for now, so it's a 1-0 game.
And yeah, but Skeens, it's another thing he's really good at. He's really good at getting the ball to his catcher. He's very quick to the plate, and that's why there are very few stolen base attempts against him.
That was the only one this year. And Davis has thrown out 38% of the attempted base stealers. Do you think for Skeens, because he's 6'6", 6'7", and normally those guys take a little longer to deliver, right? But he does it in quicker fashion.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about whether height has anything to do with it. You know, I don't know.
Well, Henry Davis helping out his pitchers no matter who's on the mound. Goodman wants to chat. Well, Lorenzen has kept the Pirates down for now. Warren Schaefer's got to be pleased with that. His starting pitcher's highest ERA in baseball. Lorenzen in the hardest hit starting pitcher in baseball. A couple times through the order, he's allowed just 3 hits. Joey Bart landing on the injured list today, so Endy Rodriguez up with the Pirates. See if Davis gets more playing time, or it had been Bart for the last week or so, mainly. Knocking down Castro. 2 outs.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Footwork.
Not real good footwork.
I didn't use an adjective.
Yeah, he was getting away from it. He was he didn't want to be in front of it. That's what he did.
Roger Dorn. Corbin Burnsen's character in Major League. Third baseman that wouldn't get in front of the ball.
Yeah, he ran away from it.
Now I can understand with Cruz batting. He has the only extra base hit of this game, a double in the first. What'd you say? 112? He hit that one?
Yeah, 112.5. We can round it up, I guess. Yeah, he's done a pretty good job against the lefties, Lorenzen. When you think about what he did, he's not been successful against left-handed batters coming into this game. His pitching chart, all bright red against lefties. Every pitch he throws.
Where the gap? Will stay in play, and another double today for O'Neill Cruz. That ball was blistered. 111 off the bat.
My goodness. Out over the plate. Get those arms extended.
That swing.
How quickly it gets out to the notch. I'm guessing that's a home run in some parks.
Left-handed batter to be able to put the ball there on a line like that. So both extra base hits in this game belong to Cruz, and now a 2-out RBI chance for Brandon Lau. Came into today tied in the National League for the most 2-out RBIs with 15. And he's going to have a chance at another. Freeman will give it a ride. Cruz is too fast. 2-0 Pirates. Brandon Lau gets it done.
Yeah, a little bit off the end of the bat. Looked like a changeup. And the short porch and right. Freeman charging hard. Gets off a good, strong, accurate throw. And Cruz getting to that top speed in a hurry.
Pirates get both their runs after 2 men were out. Cruz with that 2-out double. He scored both of the runs. Lau knocking him in.
That's Cruz now with 33 runs scored.
And we're about a quarter of the way through the season. Ryan Reynolds led the team in runs scored last year with 68.
Huh. I was trying to remember last time we've had a player score 100.
Since we went to a 162 game schedule, that was the fewest runs for the Pirates team leader. if this continues this way, I mean, this is going to be the most prolific Pirates offense since 1940, or maybe even better than that. But coupled with what happened last year, I mean, this would be one of the best offensive turnarounds of any team.
Oh, for sure. And honestly, I don't think this team is clicked yet offensively to where you've had, 6, 7 guys going good at the same time. Like, that's why I think everybody, big deal about the Cardinals series here where they swept us. I mean, they had a lot of guys swinging the bat very, very well. They were all hot at the same time. That happens. Well, Pirates haven't had that happen to where for a 3 or 4 game stretch where you've had guys swinging the bat well. But it's been fun to watch because there's been, there might have been 4 or 5 or 6 guys not doing so much, but there's always 2 or 3 that are doing something, and so that's what's so nice about the balance of the offense. And you can have, you have a number of guys that could do the damage for you. We really haven't had that in some time.
And if you don't get to see your pitch, you can take your walk. It was so stark in that blowout win over the Giants where they just kept being patient. If they didn't get a good pitch to it, they'd walk. Or the same one the previous Saturday against the Reds. And they walked 7 straight plate appearances.
Yeah. There will be a time, like I said, you'll have 5, 6 guys swinging the bat really well, and for an extended period, not just a series, maybe a week or so. And that's when we'll see, hopefully run off 7 straight, 8 straight games. It'll happen at some point.
Lau can be in motion here. McCarthy in position. Pirates get another 2-out run. They're up 2-0 for Paul Skeens. Pirates baseball on S&P is presented by Giant Eagle, your home team for groceries, and by Barrel Automotive, driven to be better. Nightfall setting in here on the banks of the Allegheny, the site of the Pirates' 2-0 lead over the Colorado Rockies. Skeens has faced the minimum. He struck out the first 6 hitters. He retired the first 14, and then when somebody got on base, a hit batter, he and Henry Davis caught him stealing. So Willie Castro, the number 7 hitter, will bat for the 2nd time in the 6th inning. He was batting in the 5th inning too. Just didn't get to complete that plate appearance. Try to bunt his way on, the only time he's had a plate appearance culminate against Skeens. He's showing him that fastball.
Fade a change up away from him, maybe.
Skeens has struck out 7.
There's the changeup. Now 8. And you'd think, 8 punch outs into the 6th, you'd have quite a few pitches. I just love the way he's pounding the zone and being very, very efficient. We've seen that now 2 starts in a row from Paul, and really 3 now of his last 4 where he's been very, very efficient.
It still sticks with me. Hannah had a report earlier about Logan Webb and his comments about Skeens. And I mean, one of the more established, durable, all-star level pitchers, Logan Webb, talking about Skeens and admiring his work ethic and preparation and obviously the output. It's incredible to think that Paul Skeens is 23 years old, and every other pitcher in baseball, I think, would admire him.
Oh yeah, no question. I mean, he's doing historic things. He's doing things that nobody's ever done before.
His career earned run average is under 2. It is the lowest since they've been keeping track of things. Anybody that has started as many games as he has in the major leagues. The second lowest is Babe Ruth.
what's so impressive is not only does he throw strikes, but look where the strikes are. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Very rarely is it in the middle.
So great.
9 strikeouts for Skeens. It'll tie a season high for him.
Again, right at the top of the zone. And normally you see like the finesse pitchers that are like painting that strike zone all around that white rectangle, not the guys that are overpowering. And I honestly believe like he's disgusted with that pitch because he missed. You know, I think he has the confidence to throw any one of his pitches on the edges at all times in any count.
And lands it way more often than not.
Yeah, we'll go to a sweeper for a strike, and the sweeper middle, no, sweeper outside corner. Yep, try it again. That one didn't quite get there.
McCarthy, one of the few that have had some success against Skeens. 3 for 5 in his career, a couple of extra base hits, but grounded out tonight. Colorado getting action in their bullpen. Seth Halverson. Last time he faced the Pirates, succumbed to season-ending injury in Colorado last year.
And again, yeah, 3-1, definitely getting a fastball here. Nope, got a changeup.
Which changeup? The splinter there. He's got so many different things he can do. Hasn't walked a guy in just under a month. The last batter he walked was James Wood on April 13th. James Wood leads the league in walks.
Wow. So a month. It's been a month.
Well, maybe it was a swing and a miss for strikeout number 10. He's only struck out the side in 2 innings so far tonight, trying for a third. Couldn't see it. Corralled around home plate. Is this strikeout number 10? You betcha.
Oh, goodness.
Skeens strikes out the side for a 3rd time tonight. 10 strikeouts, still nothing for the Rockies. Baseball on SNP is presented by UPMC, the official healthcare provider of sports coverage on SNP. There's Andy Rodriguez pictured left. Just calling up today with Joey Barn landing on the injured list. And Quinn Walcott talking with the grounds crew is Paul Skeens, the master craftsman, asking Brock Ballou if they would be able to do some mound service before he takes the hill back in the 7th inning.
Yeah. No question, we'll take care of that. Seth Halverson going to make his 4th appearance, just 3 innings worked. A couple of punch outs, 3 walks.
Yeah, if you're Michael Lorenzen, a lot of nights that might give your team a chance to win, but if you allow a run against Paul Skeens, that might be too much, and he allowed a couple in 5 innings. Talking with Jose Quintana, tomorrow's starter for the Rockies. Of course, Jose plenty familiar with pitching in this ballpark. Former Pirate. Maybe some of the tips on some of the newer Pirate hitters as well. See if they can add to the lead against the Rockies pen. And our first Bucks BP show of the season on Sportsnet Pittsburgh is tomorrow afternoon. Stephen Brault, Kevin Young, they'll be down on the field giving you an inside look at the Pirates' preparations for the Rockies and Quintana. So join us at 5 p.m. tomorrow right here on S&P for Bucks BP, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Pittsburgh.
I guess I'm a little surprised that they took out Lorenzen. Did have 85 pitches through his 5 innings. Decides to go with the hard-throwing righty, averaging 99 with his 4-seam fastball. And he got a slider to go with that. Occasional split.
However, since last year, the last game that he pitched was against the Pirates back at Coors. Had an elbow strain, was out for the season. Had to leave mid-inning. O'Hearn was 0 for 2 against Lorenzen. Get a different look here. Most Pirates have not faced him. Fans got a story to tell. One-handed, nice. Great grab. One out on the strikeout. Nick Gonzalez 1 out of 2, drove in a run back in the first. 5th time the Pirates have been caught looking tonight. Going the other way.
Almost to the seats.
Yeah, Gonzalez has not hit a home run in this ballpark since June 6th of the 24 season. But it came awfully close against Washington.
I'm shocked by that. I mean, you know, people like that, he doesn't have power. He has power. I mean, he doesn't have a swing that produces a lot of power, but he's capable of hitting the ball in the ballpark. Straight away, right center, certainly to the pull side. It's just a swing that doesn't create a lot of backspin.
It creates a lot of line drives and hits.
A lot of line drives, a lot of base hits.
Which on a team that is producing power.
Oh,
you can hit a ball like that, but Tovar steals it.
Yeah, he just had enough reach. And, you know, when you're moving right or left, you can't jump. So you can't jump going right or left. But, you know, it barely gets off the ground and has just enough length to pull that in.
Now Marcell Ozuna.
And he's geared up for the 100, gets the splitter instead.
While we have a moment, I want to pass along our condolences to Pirates great Bob Robertson and his family, wife Carolyn, and they mourn the loss of their daughter, Julie Melissa Miller, passing away on Friday at the age of 51. Julie was a 4th grade teacher at Donegal Intermediate School and is survived by her husband Chris and their 4 children. So our thoughts with the Robertson family at this very difficult time. Tovar is there again. And the Pirates go down in order in the 6th. He's requesting for a little mound work to be done. Looks like it's to his satisfaction. Thumbs up. Grounds crew working on that between innings. And now it's time to stack the deck, presented by Baseball Card Castle in Cranberry. And our cards of choice tonight that feature the 3 #1 overall picks that are participating in this game and probably in this inning as well. Mickey Moniak of the Rockies, and then of course the great battery of Skeens and Henry Davis. This a fresh-faced Henry Davis on his draft night card from 21.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, these cards are so cool looking nowadays. Not only like, you know, the draft night card, but I might like the Skeens old school look.
That's from the 77 Topps remake.
Yeah, I really like that. Even in the back, they have, you know, it looks like.
Oh, you got to show them the backs too.
The old time. The old time.
You can see this, can't you? Ooh. Ooh.
Did they used to like? They used to always have neat, fun facts on the back too. Cartoons.
Yeah.
Back in the old. What'd you say, 76 series?
77. That's that model, yeah. You say like Paul enjoys surfing, you know, or things like that. All right, Skeens, you know, is not superstitious, I can tell you that. He's allowed 1 base runner, which was a hit batter, and that was erased on a caught stealing. He wanted the mound to be fixed.
You never, you know, until a few years ago, you never had to ask to have the mound fixed. You just go out there and fix the mound. Now, I guess, you know, of course, there's a pitch timer, but there's also a timer in between innings. So you got to get the umpire's approval.
And so far, so good with the new mound. 1 out in the 7th for Skeens. Mickey Moniak, #1 overall pick of the Phillies. Back in 2016. Came up briefly in 20. Most of the year in the minors in 21. And then was traded by the Phillies after just a handful of games in 22. Barely played for Philadelphia, just 47 games.
Yeah, it's funny too, because you see a guy that goes 1-1 and not a very big guy. You know, he doesn't look like a big slugger. I'm thinking, okay, speedy outfielder. But since going to Colorado, he has shown that he has big time power as well, which makes more sense in terms of being a #1 overall pick. Can run, hit for power. Just took him a little longer.
Cruz made a nice play on him. His last time up, really the one above average difficulty play in the field for Skeens. That was a line drive that he said he got a good jump on in the 4th.
Yeah, I would guess that maybe the only hard hit ball.
Yeah, probably so. Out to Cruz again. Closing fast, and it's down. And the Rockies, behind Mickey Moniak, will have their first hit tonight. Oh, he gave it everything he had. No hit bid ends in the 7th for Skeens.
And you'd love to see it happen. You know, we hope to see it happen eventually for Paul Skeens. But you know, we were in Milwaukee when he was perfect into the 7th. Every time it happens, I mean, I just wonder if Don Kelly is just secretly has a nice big long sigh of relief.
Yeah.
to not have to make that decision, you know. You know, of course, he doesn't want him to give up any hits. He wants to win the game. But, yeah, I don't know if he wants to make that decision either, to have to tell Paul Skeens, all right, you're done with a no-hitter through 8.
Yeah, often the team has a prescribed limit of pitches for each pitcher going into a start. Donnie did leak out the other day, though, that if somebody's perfect, that may go out the window.
Yeah, it just got in on him enough. You know, if it doesn't tie him up, it carries out to either Cruz or Reynolds. And just a foot or so out of reach. As I sit here and I think realistically with a guy like Paul Skeens, I mean, he's had an extra day rest. You know, he's a big horse, and we've seen he's thrown a lot of pitches in games when he was at LSU. And if you can average 13 pitches per inning, you know, which isn't very taxing if you think about it, that gets him to 117. You know, you stretch him to 117, which is doable.
Yeah, I think if perfection was in order, yeah, I think unquestionably.
Not just perfection. I mean, I'd say just for a no-hitter as well.
There's been a suggestion that he would still come out wherever the pitch limit for that day is.
I understand that. But
He's finished 7 no-hit innings before and come out of a game, and 6 on another occasion.
But I doubt in those 2 instances he wasn't averaging. Averaging more than 13 per inning.
Oh, sure.
That's my point.
Yeah. Well, just at 88 here. Ball hit to the gap. Cruz somehow cuts that ball off. Wow, he was shaded way over to left center and cut that ball off. That saved a run. Paul Skeens finally yields a hit. Oh, hi, Andy Rodriguez. Forgot you were here. I was too focused on throwing a no-hitter.
Hooker Cruz's, you know, and how far he had to go. I wasn't sure he was going to get there.
I didn't think it was possible.
Yeah, getting to that top speed once again.
That Cruz has helped him out tonight, and feel badly that a sinking liner to left center, no one could have caught. Just out of Cruz's reach.
Victor Vodnik making his 15th appearance. 6.32 the ERA. Healthy 306 batting average against. That'll go up.
2 out of 3 night for Horwitz. He's gotten hot this week.
Yes, he did. Up middle fastball. Turn it around.
And now Connor Griffin. Well, now that the sidebar of the no-hit bid is through, it's a 2-run game in the 7th. Let's check in with Hannah.
Joe, down on the farm right now, the Indianapolis Indians, Yosinton Garcia back from rehab. His first game back, 3 straight at bats, 3 homer night. He was perfect 5 for 5 on the night as well. His first home run hit at 437 feet, 107 miles per hour, and his third one made contact at 113 miles per hour. 2 of those home runs coming with 2 outs and 2 strikes as well.
Did you see where they all went?
That last one especially. Oh my goodness.
The one the center cleared everything.
Did it really? I didn't even see that one.
3 of them literally left the ballpark.
Oh, wow. He's 5 for 5 tonight. The password. Hannah, thanks for giving us that update. I wouldn't have realized that.
That's crazy. I hadn't been to there. I've never been to that new ballpark in Louisville. But, I mean, there was the outfield fence, and then there's some grassy area and some seats, and then there was a back fence, and all 3 of them went over the back fence.
That's incredible. I was thinking with Endy Rodriguez being called up, you know, you lose Joey Bart, you've got Endy Rodriguez down there. Oh, that's a nice guy to bring up. Garcia blocked right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he had been on the injury list for some time. But I mean, that's the kind of thing that, to me, when you see a team contend at the major league level, and then you're going to inevitably have injuries. The Pirates starting to get some of those right now. Who do you fill in with? You got guys that you're not losing that much with, it seems like.
All right, and so yeah, there's some talent down there. Yeah, you knock on wood, just hope that you stay relatively healthy. And
some guys you can't replace, not even close, and then others, well, you can weather the storm with some of the guys down on the farm, and then sometimes maybe like Garcia. Well, I mean, 23 years old. What if he pounds his way to major leagues again? So we'll see. Exciting to watch as we go along into the summer months now, getting closer.
As you can tell, Vodnik, another hard thrower, hitting triple digits. Wow, I bet he beat it. I was going to say, has he ever hit into 2 double plays in his life in the same game?
And you can stream Pirates games at home or on the go with SNP 360. Just go to getsnp360.com or scan the QR code, log in with your provider, and get direct access to live games plus all the Pittsburgh sports content you love. And all the minor league action. There's a lot of minor league games that you can get on SNP as well. Follow those Pirates prospects. Hannah telling us Seth Hernandez promoted to Greensboro today, filling us in on Justinson Garcia and his 3 home runs in his 5-for-5 night for Indianapolis. Jared Jones making a rehab start at Altoona tonight. I wonder what it's like for Henry Davis to catch Skeens on all these nights where you're getting into the 6th and 7th innings and he's either perfect or working on a no-hitter.
Henry is so good at being prepared and being on the same page with his pitchers, especially Skeens. And I'm sure he has, they have a game plan, and especially with Skeens, it's always working out. But then all of a sudden, there's even more attention to detail when you get later in the game, because you don't want him to make a mistake. You don't want to throw a pitch that's hittable. And I'm sure he's more disappointed than Paul Skeens that he gave up a hit.
And just a hit.
Wow, what a stop.
That was good, man.
Yeah, I mean, that ball's bouncing way up in front of home plate, and that ball really came up. And somehow able to get that glove on it.
Davis works a walk. O'Neill Cruz is coming up, and let's take a look at StatCast, powered by Google Cloud. He's really struck 2 doubles tonight.
He really did, and we've seen the approach against lefties, and I've been kind of hoping to see O'Neill Cruz kind of take that same approach against right-handed pitchers as he has against lefties, because this is what's going to happen. 111, 112 the other way, up the middle. You know, there's a fairly big disparity between his numbers, lefties and righties. I mean,
yeah, coming into tonight, it was 340 against lefties, 217 against righties.
a 985 OPS against lefties and just 711 against righties.
Which is about big league average, but clearly what he's doing against left-handed pitching, he's capable of way more than that.
That's what I mean. I mean, if he's still a little pull happy, I think, against righties, whereas his approach has been up the middle the other way against lefties.
Pirates out of ABS challenges. Yeah, on a night where we highlight Skeens, and rightfully so, for doing things that few, if anybody, has ever done. Cruz, in terms of the power speed combination, he's fulfilling all those hopes and dreams, and run production too, as Jaden Hill gets up.
He doesn't want to seem to throw that 100-mile-an-hour fastball in the zone.
McCarthy was playing very deep and left, very deep, to the opposite field, respecting Cruz's immense power. 3 hits tonight for Cruz.
3-1 fastball. He gets tied up a bit, and rarely will you see a ball in the air that long drop safely. But like you said, respecting that power.
See, Blau can hit another grand slam. Hit one earlier this year.
Six in his career. That's impressive.
He's already hit 10 home runs. In recent years, the Pirates don't get that much power from their second base position for the season.
No. What a great addition.
He's hit as many as 39 in a season, hit 31 last year for Tampa Bay. And the one Pirate that's ever hit 20 home runs, Pirate second baseman, that's Neil Walker. It's a 2-run game in the 7th. Would love to have another hit right here.
Even a ball in play can get you one.
Now had back-to-back 5 RBI games at one point this year. I think it was off his foot, yeah.
Just got the bottom of the shin guard, it looked like. Took a little bit of the sting off it.
Just throwing the bat at the ball. Hence the hollow sound. Trying to put it in play. Garner another run.
It's amazing what velocity does. Because Vodnik has not shown good command, but he gets swings at pitches that that an average thrower is not going to get, because you're starting early to catch up to the velocity.
Reynolds broke his bat. Thought he did.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You're going to want to use one that's intact. All right, thanks. I wonder what he was choosing with. Is it weight? Length?
Sometimes it's normally. Now I know he uses different models or different sizes, batting right-handed or left-handed. So I'm sure he had left-handed versions he wanted to get to. But sometimes it's just, if it's the same model, same weight, same length, everything else, maybe it's just feel. Maybe it's just a bat that, I don't know, you like better.
Slider freezes Reynolds. Trying to extend the Pirates' 2-run lead in the 7th. A couple of singles and a walk have loaded the bases. Donnie Kelly pointing to the game on Sunday. The Pirates lost in extra innings. Just really wanting the Pirates to be more consistent with runners in scoring position. And they've shown signs of kind of breaking out in that department. And they've had a lot of opportunities. Not going to always get it done. In play.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And Reynolds will knock in the run. Infield hit.
Yep, sometimes you just got to put it in play. It'll find a hole for you. That big shift, second basemen nowadays, even with a hard thrower, they want to play and take away that hole on the right side, play almost halfway between first and second, sometimes even closer to the first baseline. So he's feeling good about himself, Reynolds. Had a hit taken away earlier in the game.
No more Vodnik. Pirates baseball on SNP is presented by AHN, official medical provider of your Pittsburgh Pirates. Nightfall setting in here in Pittsburgh. The Pirates shutting out the Rockies 3-0. Victor Vodnik very unhappy with his 6 batters faced. Retired 2 of them, giving up a run, leaving with the bases full. Violent Victor Vodnik.
Yeah, very violent. And, you know, sometimes they get upset. As Jaden Hill making his 17th appearance, ERA just under 4. Sometimes they get mad because they give up a couple weak hits, like that little rollover by Reynolds, a little bloop by Cruz. And I'll make the argument if he doesn't walk a guy, he doesn't give up any runs.
Hill bails him out for any further trouble, but it's 3-0 with Skeens returning for the 8th. In the air tonight, another no-hit bid for Skeens. Rockies getting a hit in the 7th, a single by Mickey Moniak, the only hit. He's faced 1 over the minimum. Connor Griffin. First action for Griffin tonight, except for the caught stealing.
And again, that's not an easy play. And his angle to the ball, how he shortens his throw. See how he's starting to come in. Wasn't just going to his right, he was coming in to shorten everything up. He got himself a nice short hop, much shorter throw because of the angle to that ball.
The only other time he saw the ball tonight was when Johnston, the hitter, was caught stealing. Skeens hasn't needed a shortstop really tonight, and first 2 innings of the game he didn't need anybody but a catcher. Struck out the first 6. Skeens has struck out 10 tonight, has not walked anybody, and obviously has not allowed a run. That's only happened 6 times in the modern era by a Pirate. 10 or more strikeouts, no walks, no runs. Second hit tonight, that time off the bat of Johnston. Going to try for 2. Just in ahead of O'Hearn's throw. First runner at second tonight for Colorado.
Had to be a changeup. He's off the end of the bat. We don't see many balls off the end of the bat against his fastball. So a little out in front, a little off the end of the bat, and just able to dump it over Spencer's head.
325 hitter coming into tonight, Johnston. The pop up. There's the second out. And Pirate strikeouts all season, presented by Coppers, protecting what matters, preserving the future. So 6 times in Pirates history, 10 or more strikeouts in a game by a Pirates pitcher without walking anybody and without giving up a run. Skeens has 2 of them, and this would be the 3rd. It's happened 6 times. This would be the 7th since 1901 for the Pirates. Thanks to Sport Radar for that. Jim Hensler working for us tonight, our statistician. Mason Montgomery just started throwing after that double. Skeens trying to get through 8 innings for a second consecutive outing. Did so back on Thursday in Arizona. And Jimmy Herget getting up for Colorado. Rarity these days to see a pitcher go 8, and in back-to-back games, no Pirate has done that in 11 years. Until tonight.
2-0 sweeper. So good.
Another 8-inning gem from Paul Skeens. Stand up at home too. Give him a round of applause. Skeens and the Pirates have the lead. 8 strong from Skeens again tonight.
Amazing.
Skeens getting some congratulations. Second straight outing with 8 scoreless and just 2 hits.
It's phenomenal. I mean, what he's doing is incredible. I mean, you look against that hot St. Louis team as Jimmy Herget comes on for the 15th time. ERA at 5.4. 16 punch-outs, 3 walks. His last 8 starts, he's allowed more than 3 hits once.
3.
And he's only allowed 3 hits twice. 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. 5 of those 8 starts, 2 or fewer hits.
He's one of a kind. Hooking it down the line. Extra bases for Gonzalez. Trying to add on for the Pirates here in the 8th. Second hit tonight for Nicky G.
Kind of a funky delivery. Dropping down from the side. Spins a slider up there. Stays middle of the plate. And Gonzalez just continues to hit the ball hard. And robbed of a hit. His last at bat.
Yeah, Tovar had to leap for it. Now Skeens will be coming out. It looks like you have Soto and Sisk starting to get up in the pen. And so you add another run, give Soto a day off. Soto has pitched and tied for the most relief appearances in the league. So if we can extend the margin, he'll get tonight off, looks like. Skeens at 98 pitches. He threw 97 in that 8 scoreless innings against Arizona. And Skeens said after that start, it's the 8th start of the year. This is the 9th. He knew we were going to win. The goal is to pitch deep into October this year. So I think throwing 1 extra inning and being able to pat myself on the back for a complete game is a lot less important than all that other stuff. So he's got his eyes on the prize for giving you 250 innings this year.
Yeah.
You know, if you include spring and the World Baseball Classic and everything, that's probably what it would be if the Pirates go into October and pitch, you know, for a few rounds there. And he said that when the Pirates were up 1-0 against Arizona. I knew we were going to win. So that's your confidence in the bullpen. And there are the starters. Keller will go tomorrow. All right, tell me something. What'd you see?
I would think it would have taken maybe till June for him to get his ERA under 2. It's under 2.
That is wild. Hey, next time you're here at the ballpark cheering on the Buccos, be sure to stop by the Miller Lite Landing located in the center field concourse. Legendary Pirates moments start with a light. Hoist one in honor of Paul Skeens, whose career ERA dips to 1.97. This is his 3rd season in Major League Baseball. His career ERA is under 2.
That's incredible.
It was 67.50 after opening day.
That's what I mean. I mean, he charged with 5 2/3 of an inning.
Yeah.
He went 2/3 of an inning that day, and you could argue that he allowed 4 hits, and 2 of the 4 you can argue should have been outs.
And including that outing, his opposing batting average for the season is 145. So we're talking about how the few hits he's allowed recently, and that's it.
Makes it look really easy, but it's not.
And so back-to-back 8 scoreless at age 23. The last Pirate to do that was 40 when he did it. Danny Darwin back in '96. You have to go back 30 years the last time somebody did that. Now, how about what Skeens has done in the hit column? 8 scoreless in back-to-back starts, 2 or fewer hits. We know him very well. Steve Blass, 1968. Steve was the last one to do it.
Yep. Next time out, wouldn't be surprised he does it again.
And that's what's so incredible about Paul Skeens. It's not awesome. It's almost expected.
Yeah.
And again, I said earlier, you almost have to caution about that, because when the incredible and the excellent is expected, sometimes you lose sight of it. But he's doing things that no one has done. And again, considering the restraints and constraints of today's pitcher, there were guys who would, go the route all the time, and maybe that led to some ineffectiveness later on in their outings. Today, these outings are maximized, but there's no discounting what Skeens is doing.
Nope. It'll be fun because we'll get to see him again this home series.
That's right.
Be a nice matchup against the Philly this weekend. We assume on Sunday.
Yeah, that would be the form. Skeens on Sunday, it would look like, here against the other side of the state. And the Pirates, the Rockies are doing a decent job tonight. Pirates have had some activity on the bases. 9 hits.
And we've seen Connor Griffin pound some breaking balls as Billy Cook takes over. He's running for Horwitz. Herget likes that big sweeper. Let's see if he can hang one to Connor. Oh, there it was too. Not exactly hung, but left over the middle. He'd like to get that one back.
Line to center. Moniak has the second out.
There he goes with another one. This one a little further away, and we've seen that. Like the way he's able to go out and put good swings on these pitches away from him. Just missed that one. Still hit it pretty hard.
It'll be challenged by Goodman, the catcher.
Pitcher's called a ball. The catcher's challenged.
And they're going to win it.
Call's overturned. Colorado has 2 challenges remaining.
I like that we get to hear the umpires' voices.
Mm-hmm.
They probably don't.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't mind.
And it catches Castro for the out. Ryan O'Hearn will slide over to first base. And it'll be Billy Cook to stay in the game to play left field after pinch running. And then Reynolds will swing over from left to right field, trying to put out a better defense, with the Pirates leading 3-0. And this Pirates pitching change is presented by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
And the Valvoline numbers for Gregory Soto as he looks for save number 4. Boy, has he been excellent. Opponents hitting under 100.
Yeah, you think Skeens is tough to hit. It's even lower. So Kyle Karros will pinch hit for McCarthy to start the Rockies' 9th inning. Skeens another outing, 8 scoreless, 2 hits allowed, just like he did against Arizona. This time striking out 10. Struck out 7 in the previous start. Three outs before 3 runs, and the Pirates win. Playing him deeply. Cook is there. So 1 out. Game 2 of this 3-game series with the Rockies tomorrow night, and Mitch Keller will start for the Pirates. An old friend Jose Quintana for Colorado. And our coverage here on Sportsnet Pittsburgh starts at 5 p.m. with our first Bucks BP show of the season. So tune in at 5 tomorrow. Bucks BP show. We'll have all the pregame coverage and then baseball from the Berg again. There's Jose Quintana, left-hander. Now Brenton Doyle will bat here. Just trying to get something going. Only 3 base runners for the Rockies against Skeens. 1 was erased on a caught stealing. Soto, a free agent pickup for the Pirates, signed a 1-year deal. And lefties and righties can't hit him.
It's impressive. What a great sign. Nothing fancy here, just a fastball by him.
Now you bring in all these righties to try to face him. They have 4 singles and 46 at bats against him. Four for 47. 2 outs in the 9th. And if Soto can get this pinch hitter back, Colorado will be a loser. Strike one. Paul Skeens masterful again. If they get there, how are you going to beat this team in the playoffs? Game one.
Oh, I know.
You don't.
It would be fun to watch.
And game two is pretty good too. And so is game three.
Oh. Watch your shins.
Pirates have 3 starters with ERAs under 3. I would wager the last time we said something like that, we didn't have radio coverage of the games yet. Two and two on Jordan Beck, pinch hitting. The only hitter to ever have a 3-run home run off Skeens. Ever. That's how good Skeens is.
Yes, yeah, that's why you have a career ERA under 2. You don't give up big hits.
A strike away from a shutout win. Pirates lead all the baseball in shutouts last year and this year combined. This is something to keep in mind too, that they pinch hit Beck here for Moniak late in the game against the lefty.
Able to waste the heater and the big sweeper. Pretty good at bat, coming up to the plate cold off the bench.
Gregory Soto coming home. Look out.
Taking what next?
Count full. And the big home run hitting catcher on deck, Hunter Goodman. Hooked, fair.
What a bat.
And back, safe at second. And a 10-pitch at bat yields a pinch hit double for Jordan Beck.
Boy, is that a heck of a bat there? I mean, Soto just threw everything at him. And he just was able to stay alive and foul some pitches off, and then barely keeps that fair.
That's the first extra base hit by a right-handed batter off the lefty Soto all season. It's May 12th. Now Goodman, who has hit 8 of his 10 home runs on the road this year. No Coors effect for him. He hit more than 30 last year as an all-star. Definite threat at the plate. That little squibber by Reynolds driving in that 3rd run in the 7th keeps the tying run on deck, at least for now. Ahead 2 strikes. Soto trying to save it for Paul Skeens. Struck out 10, walked none. Soto at 20 pitches. Davis will give him a breather. Skeens never threw 20 pitches in an inning tonight.
No, but yeah, I mean, that's a heck of an at bat by Beck. I mean, for a guy that really hasn't done a lot this year, to not only see 10 pitches but end up with a double.
One and two on Goodman. The Rockies trying to render Soto unusable.
Yeah, I guess that would be the silver lining for the Rockies.
If it goes too far, then sometimes teams will be a little bit cautious in his usage the next day. He's pitched in as many games as anybody in relief in the National League. Trying to lock up the victory and maybe a shutout win for the Pirates. Cruz, it's tailing away and it's hit too well. It's over his head. And Goodman trading places. There goes the shutout, and the tying run is going to come up after back-to-back two-out doubles for the Rockies.
It just came right at him with a fastball. They were working him in with the fastball. That one, I think Henry wanted inside, and he left it out over. And that was hit very hard. No chance for Cruz.
Now the Rockies with 2 hits, back-to-back batters. That's as many as Skeens gave up in his 8 innings tonight. He moved after 98 pitches, struck out 10. The next pitch, Rumfield is out, and Soto and the boys are shaking hands. A 3-1 win over the Rockies, and a win for Paul Skeens, who could not have been better.
He couldn't have been better. You know, he strikes out the side in the first. O'Neal Cruz hits a leadoff double, comes around to score, and that's all the Pirates needed. Nick Gonzalez with a clutch hit with 2 outs in the first. It's 1-0. That's all Paul Skeens needed. Well, until Soto came in and gave up like just a single run there in the 9th. But yeah, it just goes to show you, Soto has been so good all year long. We saw the ERA, the batting average against. That's how easy it is to give up a run, but Paul Skeens doesn't give up any.
And it's time now for the North Star Chevrolet Buick and GMC Star of the Game. Who you got, Rock?
Yeah, that's an easy one. Paul Skeens, I mean, just from the get-go, everything's working, just overpowering these Rockies, striking out the first 6. A bunt was the first ball put in play. Took a no-hitter into the 7th. Again, very efficient. I think it's a hoot. The last batter he faced, he throws him a 2-0 sweeper and gets a tapper hit right back at him, just for a ho-hum easy night.
Skeens wins his 6th of the year. In 2021, no Pirates starter won 6 games.
Oh, wow.
You think about that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a different team 5 years later. The Pittsburgh Pirates very much a contender. And behind the best pitcher in baseball, Paul Skeens, they win game 1 over the Rockies today, 3-1. Come a long way, baby.
Yeah, again, it's you always feel like you're going to win the ball game when Paul Skeens starts, and especially when everything's going so well like it did tonight.
And Hannah Mears with our offensive player of the game.
Thanks, Joe. O'Neal, first and foremost, we talk a lot about you being a superhero of sorts, but when you see Paul Skeens pitch back-to-back games with 8 innings of shutout ball, what do you do to describe him?
¿Qué tú puedes hacer para describir a Paul cuando pichea 2 juegos corridos con 8 entradas y eso?
Yo para mí es un orgullo del trabajo que él ha venido haciendo y, jugando yo defensa, yo siempre trato de hacer lo posible de aparato y que pueda tirar un juego perfecto.
Oh, definitely an honor to play behind Paul every time. He's been great for us, and then me as a defender, I'll try to make every play for him as well. And, it's been doing really good.
Speaking of those defensive plays, did you feel a little bit more pressure to make those plays tonight when you see how effective he is with those no hits into the 7th?
Sientes un poco más de presión para hacer esa jugada sabiendo lo efectivo que él es y estaba tirando un no-hit en el séptimo entrada.
No, yo, en mi mente yo me laqueo de poderle llegar a todo, como pasó hoy. Y yo cada vez que él siempre está llevando esos juegos así, yo con cualquier jugada que me pueda tirar o le pueda llegar donde sea, yo siempre estoy activo.
Yeah, for sure. A game like that, you want to make every play for Paul. But I try to do the same thing for everybody else. But yeah, for sure, you luck in yourself more when stuff special like that is happening.
It looked like Paul appreciated it. Was he telling you thanks over here a bunch? Did he make sure to thank you for those plays?
Estaba dando las gracias por la jugada, Paul.
No, tiene que regalarme un vino.
Yeah, he owes me a gift, that's for sure.
Well, you gave him a gift tonight offensively as well, getting on base for your guys to bring you in. A 3-hit night for you. How nice was it to be productive at the plate to reward his pitching?
Cuán bueno fue el ser productivo, al igual que tu equipo, para poder regalarle lo bien que ha pichado.
Yo digo que bien, mientras yo mate en base, mejor para mí, para el equipo también, y los muchachos han venido haciendo buen trabajo también.
Yeah, this is always, the most important thing is to get on base for him and any other guys, and the rest of the team did a really good job as well.
It was definitely fun. Thank you both. We'll make sure Paul gets you a gift for that. All right, O'Neal? Joe?
Well, the gift was watching Skeens work tonight, and the offense behind Cruz and company giving him what he needed, just a couple of runs, and that's that. And Skeens again, 8 scoreless, no walks. He struck out 10 tonight. He was magnificent. And the Pirates open the homestand with a win over the Rockies. Can't cool them off after this win here tonight. Stay tuned as Pirates extra innings coming your way next. And thanks to our entire crew providing you all the coverage of this one here tonight. And for my partner, John Wayner, and for Hannah Mears downstairs, Joe Block signing off from PNC Park, the site of the Pirates' 3-1 win over the Rockies.